Good afternoon, all. Today's this session guest speaker is Dr. Aarti Joshi. Dr. Aarti Joshi is currently Dean, Faculty of Management and Director, School of Management. She is an energetic, dynamic, and passionate academician, international certified trainer, administrator, researcher, and PhD supervisor, research supervisor in marketing. And she is having an MBA in marketing and systems specialization. And she has got more than 17 years of academic experience, and she has got into administrative and functional roles also. She is also a project manager and trainer of CAPSIN, a European Union project under the Erasmus+. So it is an intercontinental project. She also is currently working as a project manager of INGENS project under the Erasmus+ again. She has represented the School of Management, RK University from Gujarat, at various international, national and state level conferences by presenting her research papers. She has actively participated in various workshops and FDPs organized and sponsored by AICT and UGC. She carries out various research activities and also some sponsoring activities also, consultancy activities also, under the marketing club like AdMat competition and business quiz. The research areas which she finds more interesting are advertising and communications. She has contributed to the pool of research by her publications in various national and international journals and magazines. She has been taking up handling subjects like communication skills, marketing management, integrated marketing communications, brand management, and retailing. So with all this introduction, let me welcome our speaker of this session, Dr. Aarti Joshi. Ma'am, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for a wonderful introduction, and hopefully I'm audible to all.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
I would like to say a special thanks to ma'am. Thank you for inviting me for this particular session, and a very nice brief introduction of mine you have already given. Hopefully all the participants have joined, or they are still joining, ma'am.
Still joining, yeah.
Okay, not an issue, I understand, because it would have been the lunch break for all.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so we shall wait for a couple of minutes, or shall I start?
No, ma'am, just start.
Okay, okay, ma'am, not an issue. So a very good afternoon to the whole audience present over here. I am Dr. Aarti Joshi, and I am Dean Faculty of Management, Director, School of Management at RK University, Rajkot, Gujarat. I'm here since more than 15 years associated with the university, and I'm handling the School of Management. Along with that, I'm also project manager for 2 European Union Erasmus+ projects. One that we have already completed in the year 2019, that is CAPSIN. That was for capacity building at the higher education institution in India. And the second one that currently is going on is the INGENS project. So this is a brief profile of mine, and with this I shall directly start with the presentation, and hopefully that all of you would be participating equally for that. Whenever I give you the prompts, if you switch on the cameras, that will be really good, because I feel that there are so many people around me, because it is an online mode. So the more you interact, the more we will be in touch with each other, and the more session outcomes will be achieved. Okay.
Yes, so just a minute, please, participants, everybody, please switch on your camera. Let me have a screenshot.
Madam, one thing I want to ask, my roll number, no, my name is only there, roll number is not, it's okay.
Yeah, most of the participants have done that same, yeah. It's okay, sir.
Yeah, my roll number is 14, madam, but I don't know how to put it. My name is there. C.N. Ram Gopal, C. Ram Gopal Nityanandam. Okay.
Yeah, it will be easy for us to see for the attendance. That is why I have just maintained this roll number along with that. So we can easily see who are the persons, participants are there, and it will be easy for us to do with the attendance. That's the purpose of that. Again, it's no issues. We will manage.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do share it with all of us so all get their attendance. Okay. I'll just start by sharing my screen and we start with the presentation today. Ma'am, you'll have to give me the rights to share my screen.
Done, ma'am.
It has been enabled, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much, ma'am. I hope it's visible to all.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. Okay. So I'll start with a very short video. My introduction, I'm having 17 plus years of experience and all other things ma'am has already said. I'll start with a small video so that it becomes a bit interesting. Is the screen visible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
madam. It's visible.
What did you see in the video? You can unmute yourself and then share, or else you can just write it in the chat box and then you can share. Yes, anyone? Or else I'll ask anyone from the participants and the participant will have to reply. Some independent, very good. Understand and anticipate. Motivation is the key to success. Good responses. Problem solving, okay. Yes. Multiple things, multiple things. Joy of togetherness, okay. Different perspectives. Dive in. Okay, great. Anything else? Helping. Good. Okay. If I just, environment makes us gain confidence and eligible to teach even the elders. Unity, joy of achievement. Very good responses. Being together and solving the problem. Yeah, that is also a very good thing. Okay. Happiness in small things. Cooperation. Wonderful responses. Okay, great. I'd like to share in brief that there's a small bird and this bird is waiting to be getting fed by the parent. Yes. But again, it is being said that you need to be by your own now. So initially the birdie tries it out. Once, twice, it fails. It even becomes, you can say, very much afraid of the water and getting, you can say, washed away with it, but still tries out. And then slowly, soundly finds out that under the water, there are so many different opportunities. So the thing which you are afraid of, there also lies a lot of opportunities in those situations also. You just need to change your vision, see the other side of it, and then give your level best so that you are able to come out of those situations. But again, you need, for all such things, you need to do what is, you need to be having that attitude of solving the problem or the challenges that you are facing, and that too by doing it by yourself. You need to motivate yourself, right? So this is what the brief, you can say, starting of this particular session I wanted to do about self-motivation and problem solving as the topic goes with. So here, I will start the session with activity. I would like each one of you to write down 3 things that is making you happy. Any 3 things, just write down that makes you really happy, that brings a smile on your face. that brings that spark in your eyes? Yes. Just write down 3 such things that brings it for you. Once you have written down that, the next thing that you do is write down 2 goals of your life. One should be a short-term goal and another should be a long-term goal. And once you complete with the same, write down 1 problem of your life that you wish you want to solve. Okay. You need to write it for yourself. Again, you don't need to have being mentioned over here. Okay. I'm not talking of any of, you can say, personal problems. Your problem could be any sort of a day-to-day, you can say, activity that is also resulting into some sort of problems, for which you have to do some micromanagement or some macro management, or you need to build up strategies in longer terms. Okay. You can write it down, these 3 things. And at the end of the session, I wish that you are having these 3 things achieved, a strategy getting formed by the end of the session for the same. Okay. So this is the first thing that we start with, and that is self-motivation. So what do we understand by the term self-motivation? Yes, it's the force that keeps us pushing to go on. It's our internal drive that we wish to achieve, produce, develop, and keep moving forward. Okay. Now, when you talk for each one of us, there would be different set of things that motivate all of us. Yes. Just write down 2 things that motivate you. Okay. 2 things that motivate you the most individually. Okay. So I'm happy when with time, yeah, family, kids, music, all these things make everybody happy. Okay, being a role model for my students. The satisfaction with the teaching, yes, very good. Appreciating myself for doing good thing, yes. Cutting yourself back, giving yourself a treat. Okay, so just tell me the things that motivate you as an individual. When you have written down your short-term goals, so your long-term goals, say many times just one simplest of the thing that many of us would definitely be trying out on a daily basis, or would have tried once in a while. That if you would have put on weight and you wish to reduce. Yes, this is something many a times many people have tried out, or are doing, or are already in the process of doing it, or have just planned for doing it but not yet executed it, right? Now, what is that one thing that is stopping you for not doing that, what you wanted to achieve? Can you think of that? One thing, one short-term goal that you have written, and what are the things that are stopping you for not achieving that short-term goal of yourself? What is stopping you? Laziness, okay. Procrastination, very, very common problem with all of us. That I'll do it afterwards, I'll do it afterwards. Yes, I know I have to do it, but not today, not right now, yes. Yeah, lack of motivation. What sort of motivation we at times want is that internal drive for that thing is not there. Yes, fear of failure many times, self-doubt, less time, mindset. Yes, very good. Both the aspects, discipline and time management, very, very important aspects of life, definitely. So now when I'm coming to things, too much planning makes you do it later. So at times, yes, people are, you can say, whole process oriented. You want everything perfectly to be done on paper and then you want to start. And many times it happens that people start doing, let's see what happens, but I want to do it. I don't want to procrastinate it. Yeah. So it depends that each one of us, we have different way of working, different patterns of doing our work. But ultimately, somewhere down the line, a fact remains that we ourselves are not willing to do that on an immediate basis unless and until It is the need of the hour. Yes, what we do is we procrastinate it. There is always something that needs your immediate attention. The doctors, since you can say such a long time, were telling us to focus on our health, but we never took it so seriously unless and until COVID arrived and all of us started all of a sudden being very, 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 you can say, health conscious, started taking care of ourselves, started taking, you can say, health so as a priority that daily people started going. Yeah. There is somebody, I think, with the mic on. So these are the things that are stopping us from doing our things that we wish to do. Yes, but because of COVID, we started doing all these things. Unless and until we were being forced by those external fear of that small virus, which the doctors were telling us since long, we were not small virus, fear factor needed to the that we all started becoming health conscious. Yes. This is like,
Ma'am, someone is not unmuted and we are not able to hear clearly your voice. It's disturbing.
Yes, ma'am. Now you can continue. Yes. We are
thank you so
muted.
much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Okay. So it's when you think you are ready to quit something or you just don't know how to start, your self-motivation is what pushes you to go on. Now that you are at home, now that you have a specific lifestyle to follow, you have started including health activities as a part of your daily routine, which earlier you were ignoring. Yes. So it started happening with the thing of what? Self-motivation. That self-motivation was what? You wanted to be healthy. You wanted to be fit. You didn't want your family to suffer because of your health issues. You didn't want yourself to be becoming dependent on your family because of your health issues. So all these things started pushing you to become healthy, right? So this is what you term it as that internal drive that will help you to learn and grow regardless of any specific situation. Okay, all of us would have definitely, as children, have had some of our dreams in our mind, and we started to have that dreams being converting to a reality, and by setting short-term goals, started working upon it, and then as a phase, as a period of life, as a journey, we were able to achieve all those goals and convert our dreams to the reality, right? So this is, you can say, a brief about what you term it as self-motivation. Then coming to the next thing, that is, what are the elements of self-motivation? Okay, what do you understand by the elements of self-motivation? So very first is the personal drive to achieve. You want something to be there in life, otherwise we are not going to, it's just not like the daily routine, the way in which anyone would say, wake up in the morning, do your daily routines, again go back to sleep and wake up in the morning. That doesn't give you the joy of living. Yes, there has to be something that drives you from inside to achieve your goals, to achieve, there are certain set of things in your life for which you are always willing to have. Like, let it be the happiness aspect. Many of you have written, yes, happiness, but what brings that happiness to you? For some, it will be what? The materialistic things, whereas for others, it would be just totally non-materialistic things like playing with children, nothing else. Playing with your children, playing with your grandchildren, and people are so happy, and that brings in happiness. At times, just doing nothing and sitting with yourself also gives you that happiness. Yes, and people are at times craving for that me time in this fast world. So, very first thing is the personal drive to achieve. Yes. Second is commitment to goals. All of us need to have certain goals in life. Let it be short term, long term, whatever. and a strict commitment to have a daily routine that adds in at least 1% to achievement towards that goal. Yes. Third thing is taking up the initiative in life. For achievement of those goals, see to it that on a daily basis, wherever, as and when required, I have to take up that initiative for myself, for my family, for my job, for my work, for my business, whatsoever. It's I who has to do that. Yes, I can't be dependent on anybody else for the same, right? And the next one is optimism or resilience. Okay. So here again, what do we understand by that? Always have a positive attitude towards life. And if life is giving you lemons, make lemonade out of it. Okay. But don't be sad and depressed, because that is not going to help you be happy in life, will not be helping you to achieve your goals, and ultimately there will be a dead end, which ultimately is not the way in which a life is led or lived. Okay. Okay. Now the next one, very important thing in the initial itself, somebody said the mindset. And what is the mindset? What does this image say? I can't do it or I can do it. Anybody who would like to share, what do you understand by the word mindset itself?
Yeah, set is, ma'am, can I speak?
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah, my thinking that I have, it's rather I should always think that I can do it. Why can't I? It's only a positive attitude of my mind that will help me to achieve something in life. My strength, my determination.
Very good. Your strength, your determination to do that. That is very important.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's always we wish, or rather we always want somebody to push us towards our goal rather than we doing it by ourselves. Yes or no? We depend on our family, we
Yes.
depend on our friends at times, and then what we want is that if somebody is appreciating something, yes, very good, willpower.
Mm.
If somebody is appreciating what we are doing, then and then only we would like to continue that, right? So this is what we are always looking forward to. But actually, why can't you be the person to drive yourself? Yes. Why is your remote of your life, your feelings, your goals in somebody else's hand? You are the driver of your own life. Yes. Then why do you want a chauffeur to drive you in the direction where you are giving instruction? Why don't you give the charge to yourself for those instructions? Okay. So that is very, very important is, and what you understand by that is your mindset. Now, the very first thing of the elements of self-motivation, and that is the personal drive to achieve. And for doing that, what you need is very first thing is being organized. To be very honest, tell me how many of us are having that daily habit of being organized? How many of us have that habit of being organized in terms of just not preparing a to-do list on a daily basis for the office work, but also a to-do list for the household management, to-do list for the kids, to-do list for the parents, the in-laws, the children? Yes, we just keep one thing as a priority, and being organized is just not having everything in line, but at least knowing the different type of tasks to be completed, how to be completed, even just establishing your route for commuting from home to your workplace, and in between seeing to it that what all different tasks can be completed by going back while you are going back from the work till you reach home. Yes. So it's organizing your whole day, organizing your hour, organizing your one single session, your whole lesson plan. Are your session going as per your lesson plans? Yes. So being organized is a habit. It's not something that you are going to just do it for a time being. First thing. Second thing, good time management. Again, very, very important. All of us know the time matrix. Or yes, urgent, important. There will be certain tasks. There are very important and urgent, that needs the topmost priority. Yes, so when you prepare the to-do list, again, you can prepare the whole to-do list, keeping in mind the 4 quadrants of urgent, important, not urgent, not important, and putting all the different to-do lists of office, work, and all those tasks in the 4 different quadrants. And by the end of the day, you may just put a tick mark on at least that all the urgent and important tasks which were of topmost priority were able to be completed in the whole day. And third thing is avoiding distractions. What do you mean by the word distraction? Nowadays, what all different types of distractions we are having it. Let it be in a fraction of a second and we get distracted very easily. Yes, anyone? You can write it in the chat box or you can unmute yourself and share. WhatsApp, social media, yes, yes, yes.
Yes. WhatsApp.
Yes, it's written, yes, WhatsApp and social media. And the different notification bells in the smartphone.
Yeah, that's notification.
Now and then.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes, the negative contact also, yes, they are very much distracting. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp, all of them are distractions. Along with that, a lot of noise pollution is the distraction. Along with that, a clutter of thoughts in the mind. Yes, that is also distracting. You are working on preparation of your PowerPoint presentation for your next class, and simultaneously there are students to solve so many different queries and doubts. So what do you do in that case? Whether you solve the doubts first or you prepare for the session. So all those things are ultimately distracting you. Yes. So how to be careful about, yeah? If you're on the track of losing weight and you see lovely pictures out on Instagram of so good desserts, and you start distracting from your goal of putting yourself on a diet, and you start that, let me have something, yeah, and you come up with the cheat day concept, and then you say, I'll work out whatever the calories I have taken in terms of a good cheesecake, I'll work it out, but currently I can't stop myself, right? So such things are what they are distractions. Same is the case applicable for us in so many different goals of our life. You have set your goal for having a good career, yes, but simultaneously, if you aren't being organized, if you are unable to have a good time management concept, yeah, and there are distractions in terms of, let it be family or friends also. Many a times, your friends could be the distracting factors. You cannot disagree to that. Many times, the family also becomes distractions for you. So, see that you manage those. You are not 100% going to be cutting off yourself from them, but you need to manage them. You need to talk to them. You need to make them clear about your goals and your path for achieving the goals that you have set for yourself. Okay. So here when you are coming, we are here talking about 2 types of mindsets. One is a fixed mindset and another is a growth mindset. So what sort of a mindset you possess is the reason for your growth or your limiting, or it's like whether the mindset will be the one to decide whether you will be the frog of the well or the one inside the ocean, right? So the fixed mindset believe that the talent is ingrained, and just a second, and that we cannot change our level of ability. So they think that, yes, I'm like this only, and it's very difficult for me to lose weight, or it's very difficult for me to learn a new language in such a situation. How do I learn? And nowadays, it's like online is so tough. It becomes difficult to manage the students and the camera and the work getting done from them. This was a set of mind before the lockdown, and today everything has become online. The concept of work from home, many of the companies are thinking as a permanent solution. Yes. So from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset is the change that is required if you really wish to improve yourself and achieve your goals, right? Those with a growth mindset, they believe that they can improve their skills through hard work and effort, both. Yes. So it's always better to have a growth mindset rather than fixed mindset, because fixed mindset, it's like being in a well. After some time, there is no growth. You are a part of that well only, and you do not get that opportunity to see the world outside, the ocean, full of knowledge and opportunities outside. Okay.
Ma'am, can't that be changed? The fixed mindset,
Of
say
course.
the negative mindset, can't that be changed? It will always be fixed.
No, ma'am. There are situations, there are, you can say, incidences that happen in one's life, and then people definitely change from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. And if don't change, they become obsolete. Then they don't have any sort of growth options. They get very limited, you can say, exposure. And a time also comes then people start avoiding them. So it's better always to have a growth mindset rather than a fixed mindset. Okay. The second one is commitment to your goals. If you want to live a happy life, tied to a goal and not to people or things. These are the golden words said by Albert Einstein. Okay, here I'd like to share a short story and then I'll debrief the whole thing once again. This story many of us would have heard nicely. The story is about two frogs, and the two frogs were just moving around and they fell in a deep pit, a deep well inside. They were shouting for help, okay? And so many different frogs collected outside those wells and they started sharing that please don't try level hard, because both of them were jumping and trying to see to it that they can come out of that well, because ultimately there was no food, water, anything inside the well for their existence. So they had to move out of that well, right? So everybody started sharing that there is no option, you cannot get out of this well. Both the frogs, they were trying hard to move out of the well. Now in this situation, one frog who was constantly listening to what others were sharing, that stop jumping, stop jumping. Ultimately, there is no way out and you are supposed to be there inside. You are going to die. This was being told by the whole crowd present outside. So don't jump too much, you will die faster. On the contrary, the second frog, without putting any attention, was constantly doing only one thing, and that was what? Trying to see to it that anyhow the frog comes out of the well. And it started, and it continued, and ultimately with the maximum efforts, he was able to come out of that well. Yes? Now, the other one was inside and it died. This frog didn't die, it was able to come out of the well. So when the second frog came out of the well, everybody was still trying to have a word and conversation. But that frog, the second one, tried and explained that he was deaf. He was not in a position to listen to what everybody was telling, because he doesn't listen, he is deaf. But instead, the body language, the crowd, the way in which it was behaving, the frog thought that all of them were encouraging him to come out of the well. So one thing was that the positive attitude, and second thing, he didn't listen because he was deaf, but along with that, it also gives us a moral in terms of avoid negative things, see the positive aspects. Yes, it was not that because he was deaf, he didn't listen or couldn't listen, but he saw the body language of the crowd outside and thought that everybody was encouraging him so that he can come out of the well. And that is how all of us need to see life. We need to develop an attitude that whatever the challenges around, whatever the problems around are there in life, in professional or personal, both life, but what is the way we see those problems as? A zero or an O for opportunity. Yes, that is very, very important. So when the goal for the second frog was that anyhow I want to be out of this well, I want to live life. That was the goal, and he achieved that goal by continuously putting in the efforts and not stopping, let it be by any means, right? So that was commitment towards the goals. The third thing, taking up the initiative. Very, very important. One of the candidate had written it in the chat box. Yes, taking initiative. Initiative is effectively the ability to take advantage of opportunities when they occur. Initiative can therefore be considered as a combination of courage and good risk management both. Yes, it cannot always be like, let it be whatever, but a calculated risk has to be there, and you have to leave that fear of unknown at times and see to it that let whatever be happen, but I will try my level best and come out with a solution. So that is equally important, and that we will understand with the help of this one small being advised, that whatever you think, yes, you attract that. So you have always a positive attitude towards life. Always have good thoughts in your mind. Always see to it that you are giving really good positive vibrations in the universe and you receive the same. Whatever you think on a constant basis, whatever you visualize on a constant basis is what exactly will start happening around, because you start attracting those things. You start sending those vibes in the universe and you get those things back. So it's better always to have the positive aspects and rather than the negative things. So always have that optimistic view towards life, towards situation. That will help you to be a very, very self-motivated individual. Okay. And second thing, all of us are always not going to be successful 100% in whatsoever we are doing. Failures are bound to happen. And that is our, you can say, duty for ourselves, for our students, for our kids, that accepting failures also is a part of life. But that doesn't stop us. Life doesn't end at any of the smallest or the biggest failures. Yes, setbacks are going to happen. Yeah, but that is not the full stop. That is just a comma, a U-turn from where you need to start again with a positive mindset and face the challenges again with 100% more of yourself. All of you would have seen the movie Gunjan Saxena, yes or no? Yes, anybody would like to share? Okay. Anyone? They have seen the movie Gunjan Saxena, very well-known movie. Recently,
Yes.
Yeah, launched just last year. It's a movie about the known as the Kargil girl, the only lady pilot in the Kargil, you can say, mission. That she was the one who was initially the first one to be selected in her batch, a female candidate being selected in the Air Force, and the whole story was like, the very first thing, her height was not enough. Yes, she was continuously discouraged. Yes, Ravindranath sir. She was continuously discouraged to fly from her family. The brother and the mother both were against that. You shouldn't be thinking of being a pilot. It's better being a girl. You be at home, you manage the household, get married, get settled in life. Those were the thoughts of the brother, who himself was in the army. The mother wanted her to get her married. Yeah. She was not, yes, she was not given enough flying hours to prove her capabilities by her higher authorities and the colleagues all together. So despite of n number of problems, yes, when first time she went to the academy in Delhi just to apply, she was told that she had to clear her 12th. Then it was when she went after 2 years clearing her 12th, she was being told that you need to be a graduate. So she again after 3 years went to the academy and told that she had to be a graduate. Then she applied for being in the Air Force. She undertook the whole training. She was the only candidate to clear up all the exams and finally being a part. But then what went wrong was her height. It was a permanent factor that cannot be solved, that her height cannot be increased, and she was a bit of overweight also. So all these things were the factors. They were continuously the negative aspects. They were not allowing her to achieve her goal, but she was clear in her mind that she wanted to be a pilot at any damn situation of life. Yeah. So she tried her level best, and her father was her continuous motivation at each and every step. all of us know that each one of us at some point of time lose out 100%. And we have that special angel. Let it be your mother, let it be your father, your kids, your husband, your spouse. Yeah. Who would be there to give you that small little push and you are back again to your life. And in the whole movie, it's a worth watching movie to all. I would definitely recommend that each one of you don't forget to see the movie. If you're a father, this is the best role that you can be playing for your, you can say, kids. As kids, what sort of motivation they require at times from parents. It's a wonderful movie worth watching. And in that, how she comes back and achieves her goals is very well shown. Okay, then coming to the next one. What do you understand by this after this small, you can say, description that I had given regarding self-motivation and the elements of self-motivation? What does this picture say? Anyone? Nobody?
We should not be a pawn in others' hands. We shouldn't allow other people to control us.
Yes, very good. It's like, it's not that don't go with the air, but right, at times what happens is when you do good things or when you're doing something, there will be people around who would just tell you in a very fake way. Yeah, you're doing good. Yes, don't get deflated. True, 100%. It's always good.
Not to be carried away also.
Yes, not to be carried away. Don't be overconfident. True. Be realistic. Yes, Trisha. So,
ma'am, after reaching a certain height, there is a fall.
Didn't get. After reaching a certain height?
Once they reach the saturation point, as far the height is concerned, there will be a downwards. For every life, every point, we cannot say that we are the best. So we have to prepare for every adverse situations also.
True. And along with that, the next thing is that yes, at times worse situation will also come. So be realistic. Have that continuous check going on that you are not getting deflated by other people around, right? So you have to be constantly taking care of all these things. Okay. Next is, very first thing, you need to be knowing yourself, who you are, right? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? You need to know yourself because nobody in this world can know you better than yourself. Nobody. Yes, nowadays people do say that Google knows you more because your whole virtual personality is what is being known by Google and so many people around. But still, that is not your actual identity. Your original personality, your original identity is you yourself who knows it, and nobody else in this world knows it, right? So know yourself thoroughly, accept your strengths and weaknesses. Try and work upon your weaknesses to convert them into your strengths, okay? But do not take your weaknesses too lightly also and too extremely that it helps you in coming out of your negative aspect, but not lowering out on your self-esteem. Okay. Then one very important aspect is don't complain. Rather be proactive and establish concrete measures to minimize the negative impact of adverse situation. Complaining solves nothing while focusing our attention on what things which we cannot control, right? I'm basically from Gujarat, so it is being said, "Jo baka taklif to rehwani." So it's like, listen, guys, life is going to be challenging, and you have to accept that. So that is the meaning of this emoji that has been put over here. So complaining will never be solving any issues. Rather, focus on what sort of solutions can be a part of this problem that currently you are encountering. Every one of us on a daily basis are going to see what? Some of the other problems. In the morning, you're just putting the milk to be boiled for the tea and the milk gets spoiled. So the very first thing is people would be saying that the whole day is spoiled. Instead, make some option. make paneer out of it, make, you can say, a curd out of it. In the evening, you may enjoy another different dish which was nowhere in your plan, right? It's not necessary every time what you plan, things go accordingly. It's the God's plans also that works at times. Yes. So always give your best. Okay. Next is always appreciate and be grateful for things that you have with you. Many a times we stop doing these things on a daily basis. Just appreciating a colleague that your dress is just superb, you are looking so nice. You're just flaunting in a different smile altogether today. All these small things really is making a person's day at times. Yes. So this is what is being shared by so many different people on a daily basis, that have that attitude of being thankful to God. Many a times I've seen many people around have that habit of being thankful to God the very first thing in the morning when they wake up. Yes. What they say? They say, thank you, God, for giving me one more day to live my life. Yes. You are thankful for your family. You are thankful for the daily food that you are able to get. We are so happy and so contented people compared to what is currently happening around in Afghanistan. We are so lucky to be in this country. Yes, we are so lucky as females that we are so safe in this country. Yes, a daily gratitude journal. Very good, ma'am. It's really something that all should be maintaining. If you are unable to do that, but at least in your thoughts, you are thankful to each and every individual around you who had added up something to your day. That will also be really that you are sending a positive vibe to that individual by being thankful, right? Okay. Always be helpful to others. Here I just put down this, you can say, small picture of Avengers. All of them came together. They help each other. Because when you help others, you also feel good. You also get motivated. And you may even take up a sort of a daily feedback, or you can say sometimes once in a while some feedback from people around you. That will help you to know yourself better. Okay. And then it's embrace the change. It's inevitable. We have to go along with what is the fact of life and the way in which life takes us, whichever way. Yes. So develop a whatever it takes attitude. Take your time, and change doesn't happen overnight. You can't lose 10 kgs in just 15 days. All those who do big promises, the marketers, the products, so you can say sellers and all of them, it's just a big wrong nuisance that they are spreading around. It is not a short-term immediate goal that will be achieved. It's a long-term goal. What can be done is you can do brainstorming. You can sit and introspect yourself. You can talk to yourself. You can list down the goals. You can break those goals into your smaller day-to-day habits and activities, so that ultimately your long-term goal is getting achieved. So it is being very well said. If you want something in your life you have never had, you will have to do something you never have done. This is a matter of fact, and you need to accept it. Yes. You wish to write a research paper that anything happens within next 1 year, I want to have a research project in my name getting sanctioned. Yes. I wish to publish one paper in Scopus Index journal. That becomes your 1 year long-term goal. For that, what is the topic, the area that you have finalized? What are your daily 1 hour, 2 hours inputs that you are doing for that particular research area? Yes. You are working alone, you are working in a group. What are the bare minimum things that you will have to do within 1 year so that you get your paper being published? Yes. All these things is what you will have to work upon in a smaller day-to-day activity in form of a habit that you will have to develop. Yeah. Hope I'm clear till now. Anyone would like to have any queries, questions, or shall I move ahead?
Please proceed, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, this is one small self-motivation quiz link that is here that you can take, and This quiz will help you know that what sort of things you as an individual are lacking and what are the things that you as an individual can focus on, just to know that what is your self-motivation status. Yes, this is a small, it's an online link itself. You will be getting your score immediately and the interpretation also based on your score that you get. Right? I'll just paste this link. Just a second. I'll paste the link in the chat box so that you can try it out, but do not try right now. Do it after the presentation. Yeah, so here the link is being shared in the chat box. I'm again sharing the presentation. Okay. So next I'm coming up with problem solving. So what are problems? Anyone?
Anything which is an obstacle in our way.
Yeah. Anything which is obstacle, yeah, true. What else?
Ma'am, our thoughts, how we can see the situation.
Okay. The thought, the mindset, for someone it will be an opportunity. For us, it will be a problem. Yes. Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
What else?
To change our thinking, our perceptions,
Yes.
our thoughts. Yet.
Okay.
Which abstracts our progress, our development.
Yes. Thoughts. Yes. What else? Okay.
Anything that disturbs our psychological equilibrium.
Okay. Anything that this. Okay. I'll just share the link once again. Here it is. Everyone was demanding for the link. So here I've shared it once again in the chat box. Please refer. I think it is all, visible to all now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can use it at a later stage. It will actually help you that on what score currently you are and then what needs to be worked upon for your self-motivation. Okay. Now coming down to problems and problem solving. Someone would tell that my mate didn't turn up today in the morning and that is the problem. And for someone, my research paper is getting rejected 3 times. I do not understand what is the problem. For someone, it would be like the students are not being in control in the online sessions. So each one of us have a different set of problems in the whole day. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, but what is the thing? Will that thing stop us from doing what we are actually doing, what we wish to do? Will that stop us from not allowing us to tick on our to-do list that we started in the morning with?
No.
Yes, it might be getting delayed, but at any point of time, we will always see to it that it doesn't get totally avoided. Yes. So what we will be trying and doing, and we will be trying and finding a solution to the problem, right? So what is problem solving? Problem solving is an exceptionally important workplace skill. It is nowadays being a very, very important skill that the recruiters, the academicians, all of them see that I want not a problem creator in my team, I want a problem solver in my team. Because what happens is anyone can come up complaining about anyone around. But will that bring the solution to the problem? No. Everybody will start complaining. So we have a lot of complainers around. We have a lot of problem creators around. But very small number of people, a small chunk of people are there who have that attitude of being a problem solver and not a problem creator. And this is a very, very important skill of the 21st century that is being looked upon by all the recruiters, right? A very important workplace skill. Next is being competent and confident problem solver will create many opportunities for you as an individual. By using a well-developed model like simplicity thinking for problem solving, you can approach the process systematically and be comfortable that the decisions you make are solid enough. Right? Give the unpredictable nature of problems, it's very reassuring to know that by following a structured plan, you have done everything you can to resolve the problem to the best of your ability. Again, here a very short story is there. Yeah, somebody was telling something. Or by default, I think so. Someone.
ఇక నేమ్ ఆఫ్ ద లెక్చరర్ మీరు మీ పేరు మీదే అనుకుంటా వాలిడేషన్ ఎవరికి వచ్చారు ఇది అప్డేట్ చేశారు మన ఇద్దరం చెప్పాం కానీ
Okay. So here again, I'd like to share the short story. There was one car manufacturing unit and the whole car and everything got ready. It was a brand new car that got manufactured in the unit. And it was then supposed to be taken to the showroom for the display. Now what happened was, the place where the car had been made in the factory, when it had to move out of that place, because of the height of the car and the very small door and the height of the wall was very less, that is the door wall was very less, the car could not move out of that place. Yes, a difference of hardly, you can say, ½ inch was there, because of which the car was unable to move out of that place of production to the showroom. So everybody tried their level best for solving this problem. They said that let us break the whole wall and then let the car move out. Some of them said that the design of the car is not appropriate enough. The whole design is a big failure. So all these different solutions started coming in. Then one of the small mechanic, all those solutions came in from the top level, middle level management. But one of the mechanic from the team said that if we remove the air from the tires of the car, that ½ inch problem will be solved. The car can be moved up out of the room, the space, and then again the air can be filled up in the tires. Yes, the tires first can be deflated, the car can be moved out, again the tires can be filled up with the air and the problem is solved. So think in a different way, think out of the box, think for coming up with creative solutions rather than always trying to be at the toughest end of the solution. Any problem will not have just one perfect solution, but multiple different solutions from different people's opinion and way of looking towards it, right? Let's deflate the tires. True. So this was what all of us know as a story, but coming up with such sort of a thought process is what is very, very important. So nowadays, this is what is being very well accepted, and that is what is known as the 8D problem solving process. Yes, the 8D problem solving process. The very first is you need a team to solve a problem. So collection of the individuals in the team who will be responsible for resolving the problem that you are having. Here, the very first process, I'll take each one of them step by step. Very first is, the best team would consist of the people who have specific knowledge of a product or a process. They have time to dedicate to the effort. They also have the required skill set to apply to solve the problem, the authority to make up important decisions, and collectively the whole team will be the subject matter experts on this particular problem. Bear in mind, the team may change for each particular problem being solved. So the expertise of the team, depending on the type of problem that you are supposed to be solving, is very, very important, and accordingly the selection for that XYZ problem solving the team will be different. So here again, I like to show you a, okay, so very first, the exactly why the problem has been arrived. Yes, so you should be able to find the problem, and there are n number of techniques through which you can find the problem, like the pest analysis, the risk analysis, the failure modes and effective analysis, after action reviews. All these are the ways through which you can find and identify the problem. Okay, the next step after is containment action, that is implementation of a short-term fix, that is immediate action that will not allow this particular problem to go at a higher scale or a higher stage. Say for example, where initially the COVID problem started, so that it doesn't spread much, the very first thing that all, you can say, nations started doing was closing their international borders so that it doesn't spread from one country to another. Second, all states started closing their borders. A curfew was implemented. Yes. So what was that? That was an immediate action, just trying to see to it that a sort of small corrective actions are taking up so that larger amount of losses can be avoided, right? But for the time being, a small action will help in making a sort of prompt solution that is in long term beneficial, right? So that is containment action. The next is the root cause verification. What is the actual problem? You need to find the root cause problem, because then and then only you will be able to solve the problem exactly. Ideally, the team can verify the root cause problem has been found by being able to turn the problem on and off at will. There are a number of tools used during this process, such as these are the tools that are being used. Very first is brainstorming. Then you can have the 5 whys. I mean double use. So 5 whys, why it is happening? Why did it happen now? Yes. So FMEA, fault tree, fishbone diagram, flowcharts, affinity diagrams. All these are some of the techniques through which you can find the root cause verification for the problem that is happening. Here again, I'd like to show you a small clip actions being taken. Once the root cause has been identified, the team should be able to generate some corrective actions that can be tested and verified. The guidelines for preparing these corrective actions for the time of implementation would be the solution that you are proposing has to be feasible and practical for implementation. It also should be cost effective, and the solution should be stable and not fail after implementation. All of us would have seen the movie Mission Mangal, right? In that, so many different short-term unacceptance for the mission mom that was there. The whole team internally earlier was not agreeing for the solution. Slowly, soundly, they also started coming up with it, and ultimately a cost-effective satellite had been prepared and it was being launched successfully. So initially, so many different hurdles did come up. It was a failure, right? But what happened? All these solutions, it was practical, feasible, cost-effective, and it was not a failure after implementation, right? So this were the corrective actions that were being taken. You also need to be verifying the actions that you have set, because unless and until you have a cross check, a verification check at each and every stage, you will not be able to confirm whether you are in the right direction or no for solving the problem, or you will have to have a altogether fresh start at this stage itself, rather than moving to the end, facing the failure and again starting all over. It's better to verify the corrective actions that you have already taken. Next is very important, and that is prevent the reoccurrence of the problem that is there. Here the team has to ensure the problem does not reoccur. They will be updating the processes and the procedures. You once set your standard operating procedures, your SOPs are finalized. Yes, after that you will be able to know what exactly the ways in which you have identified what set of processes you will have to now onwards follow to see to it that the problem will not reoccur in the future also. So training and sharing the knowledge of what you have discovered during the process and ensuring that all documentation as and when is always updated, right? And very important is at the end of solving the problem, you need to congratulate the whole team whom you had been heading or being a part with. It is very important that the team gets recognized for their efforts in resolving the problem. This will motivate the other staff and the future potential team members. The most important part many times that the leaders do forget is being thankful to the team. My own life mantra that I adopt for my team, the whole set of faculties and non-teaching staff that works under me is appreciate in all. And when it is supposed to be criticized, one should be criticizing in a corner. I remember this golden rule or mantra. Appreciate in all and criticize in a corner. Majority of the time, what happens is people are criticized in public and appreciated in private. So the actual purpose of that appreciation or criticism is not getting served. Here again, I would like to show a small clip from the URI. Forget to appreciate the smallest ever individual who was a part of that particular problem solving process. That is very, very important, right? Okay. And lastly, this is the end, but I would like to share one thing, that self-motivation and problem solving, it always goes hand in hand. They are the attribute of your individual personality. It is the one that contributes to building up of your attitude, what sort of an attitude you carry for a particular situation that you are facing. So this is all from my side. I would like to have a quick feedback from all of you. Anyone who would like to unmute yourself and share, or you can even mention it in the chat box.
Madam, I am Dr. Ram Gopal. It's very clear, precise, and it's quite known topic, but still, no, you made it very interesting with clips and other things, and so much clarity of your communication skill. No, I really enjoyed it and benefited a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. Anybody else who would like to unmute yourself and share it?
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. It was very informative, a lot of takeaway, particularly those films, which we need to really see to encourage ourselves and to move forward.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I say something?
Yeah, please, please.
It was a wonderful presentation, I must say. Not only the slides, the way you explained it to us, and it's in fact a lot of takeaways from here. I would like to, implement some of your techniques in my class also. It was a very enriching session. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I also have a special, you can say, because I'm an international certified trainer, specifically in the area of teaching, learning, and interactive strategies, outcome-based education, teaching and learning. I also conduct special sessions focusing on how to make your classrooms very interesting. So this was about, you can say, life skills. Same way I also have for n number of other topics. So you can all reach me. I'm just sharing my contact details in the chat box. At any point of time, you can feel free to contact me for any of the things. I'll share it in the chat box for everyone to just write down my contact details.
Ma'am, can you please share it once again? Haven't got it.
Sure, ma'am. So here again, I have shared it. Hopefully it is now visible to all.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So anything else anyone would like to share, please feel free. Any questions, any queries, I'm open for the same.
Ma'am, very interactive, informative, knowledgeable, and very positive sessions, ma'am. It's 1.5 hours. I think no one has left the seat or think of leaving the seat. It was very, very good vibes that we have got from you. And definitely with a smiling face, we are also smiling. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. Actually, if I say there were some clips I actually skipped because the lack of time was there. Otherwise, the whole thing I prepared for more than 2.5 hours so that everybody would enjoy. Because I always keep extra content in case it has to be, you can say, elaborated. I'm ready for the same always.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please share all the materials.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it needs to be shared to the participants. Please share all the materials. It will be really helpful to all. And it needs to be submitted to Atal also.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Yes.
Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for all your enthusiastic collaboration with us and being a part of this CFDP. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So with your permission, actually, I just wanted to reveal few words on this, the takeaway of this day. Today, the point is, we have got 3 important sessions. First, from nonverbal communication, and secondly, it is all about self-regulating mindset and assertive communication, and third is self-motivation and problem solving. So what I intend to make you realize is, it is all that we are the one who can make something great, individually or by the team, or even with or without any help of others also, we can at least guide them. Okay, so that is the point of motivation. How we self-motivate ourselves and how we have to motivate others. So technically speaking, it is all about intrinsic and extrinsic motivation, but still then some part of important notions needs to be realized by us, by our own notions. Okay, so what we have to be and how we have to do, every sort of simple things makes a lot of difference. So how much we can get from that, that is where we have to see. Okay,